Hi, you guys. Welcome to Inner Dream Podcast, and I'm your host, Marciana Lumbus.
And I'm your host, Joaquin Munza.
And today we have with us
Alek, Shinners.
Okay, and I'm going to ask you the first question. What got you into doing photography?
And I think just the creative aspect of it in general, the expression, just being able to have an outlet of sorts. I was always making like videos when I was younger, putting them on YouTube, anything I could. And I guess it's like an easier form of video, I'd say, to kind of learn the medium. But
yeah,
it's similar enough where you're kind of doing the same thing, you're working with the same people, so I just love the whole art of it in general too, so like it's something I would do even like paid, not paid. It's just
it's like kind of the same thing as recording, videography.
Yeah.
Okay. My question is, how did you choose your career path?
I don't know if I even fully chose it yet, to be honest. I think I'm kind of just going with what I'm going with right now. I mean, it could always change in the future.
So what are you going with right now?
Probably photography, videography, just improving my skills, improving networking with people and whatnot. So
that's good.
So
like the same route I'm going down.
Yeah. So you think it might change in the future?
It'd definitely be a creative endeavor, but maybe not photography. Something in that nature, because I mean everything's like digital nowadays, so anything like that.
Okay, that's good. How long have you been doing photography?
Probably like 4 years, 5 years.
4 or 5 years? That's a good amount of
an
time.
actual like interest, I'd say. I've had my camera for like 3 years. So that's like my first camera, the one I'm using. So.
How much did you pay for your camera?
It's like $500 kit, plus lenses and whatnot.
Oh, that's a good deal.
So yeah, off Amazon. So everything adds up to gear. Lenses aren't cheap, so.
They're not. They're definitely not cheap.
Yeah. What do you love about your job? Photography and everything?
Right, being able to work with whoever, moving around. It's just.
Networking.
I mean, yeah, the people you meet is definitely way cooler than typical careers, so it's all fun.
Yeah, sure.
More fun than typical work, I feel like. It doesn't feel like work. If it doesn't feel like work, then it's like, it's something you can do for a lot longer. I feel like it's a lot more sustainable than if you're just doing something for the money, then it's like, I don't know.
It's not going to be good. You have to have a
You got
passion
regrets
for
in
it.
the end, yeah.
Yeah, that's very good that you like interacting and meeting people. I also think that's the fun part of it, yeah. Working with different people.
How did you know that you wanted to do photography?
I don't know if I knew I wanted to. It just kind of was the easiest way to like I said, just express creativity.
Did it just come to you?
Because you say you
No, I feel like you definitely have to work to keep into it, because it's like a use it, if you don't use it, you lose it type thing.
Yeah.
So it's like you say you're videographer, photographer, filmmaker, whatever, but it's like then you go to actually do it again, you're like, oh shit, like it's actually like a craft I gotta keep up with and keep your skills. So yeah.
So you say you started when you were a kid, right?
I mean YouTube videos. I made like goofy like on the iPod. Like
that's
shorts and skits and whatnot. So some of that in high school too.
Yeah.
It's just
that's good.
you start like taking yourself more seriously in a sense, and it's hard to like keep making like whatever the hell you want, which I wish I still could. I need to get back into that. Just not caring at all. So.
Do you still have those videos?
Oh yeah. Like I said,
so they're still like.
I wish I could. Some of them I wish I could take down, but they're all on. They're all still on.
I mean, there's a way that you can take them off and still have them. You just put them into your private folder.
Here's the thing. It was made before Google even partnered with YouTube. So I don't have the password to the account, so it's literally just locked. Like they're just out there.
So
they're
just out there.
This is an archive anyone can go see. So I don't know if I want to mention the exact channel, but it's there. Yeah. If I know someone really personally, I'll let them know. Sometimes I regret it. So.
It's okay. Alright. My question is about marriage. want to know, like, why do you think people get married?
Why do they get married?
Yeah.
I feel like some people like don't actually know. Like it's more of like a rat race type thing.
Mm.
I mean, I'm not saying everyone, but like early marriages, you know what I mean? Like a lot of it, I feel
Yeah.
like it's just a race to get like. It's a hard decision for me. It's gonna be a very long thought type thing. Someone I'm with for quite a while. So.
Yeah, sure. Because I was thinking about that. Like, I mean, being in love is just not. I mean, it's not a good reason. Just not enough to get married. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has to be something.
You have to completely click. Like
Yeah, there's something else to it that's just like, oh, we're in love, so we have to get married.
I think some people just do it because they've been together for a long time.
Right, you just don't know anyone. It could be in like a toxic relationship, and you still
Yeah.
just stick it out anyways, thinking something's gonna work. But I don't know. It just hasn't seemed like it's worked for people I've known, and etc. So for me, it's gonna be someone that I extremely well click with and know. Like, this is someone that I could like, even without like the sex and all that. Like, I'm still gonna love. Like, you know what I mean? I still like this person, even if we weren't even having sex or anything. So
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, cool.
What software do you edit with?
Man, I'm kind of stuck in the Premiere space. Not Premiere,
Yeah.
Adobe space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Adobe, After Effects, Lightroom, Photoshop. I mean, it's just overpriced, kind of buggy. I don't like the monthly
Yes, it
charging.
do got bugs and stuff, but it's like, where else can we go?
Yeah, I want to learn DaVinci. It's like once you're stuck on Premiere for so long, it's so hard to switch over. But
Yeah,
I
you
mean, I've
just-
heard DaVinci's really good. There's some other photo editing software, but I like Lightroom. It's simple. You just do what you want, get out. So
They just need to fix the bugs on there. Send them on
yeah, the crashes are dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're paying that much too. It's like ridiculous. I've lost projects and whatnot. So not fun.
Yeah, I think it auto saves like every 15 minutes.
Yeah,
but I
you
just do
can
it
set
before the
it.
15
Yeah,
minutes.
right. Yeah, like every minute, as
Yeah.
much as you can.
Yeah. Why should people do what they love? What do you think?
I think like superficial stuff. At the end of the day, at the end of your life, really, you're gonna look back and just you're gonna wish you just spent more time with people like you love, things like that, had more fun instead of this. I feel like people chase a lot of the wrong things. Is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
And
True.
it's more just. It sounds cliche, but like journey over the destination type.
Yeah.
Like you want to have fun, live your life, and do what you can with the short time that you have. So yeah, I believe in more of like quality time spent over.
Because some people will be like, oh, I need to like do something that will make me more money.
Exactly, like status-driven
Yeah.
stuff. It's superficial. It's not like deep.
Yeah.
Like something you're actually passionate about. And that could actually take for like even for me, like it take time to find. Like I'm still kind of searching for what's really going to drive me for the rest of my life, and that's you know I feel like something you got to think about instead of just pushing like short-term pleasures and impressing people and whatnot. So yeah, that's kind of my philosophy on that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, same.
Do you believe in not having sex before marriage? Why or why not?
Do I believe? Somewhat, yeah. I'm gonna say I believe in not having any sex. I believe in like a purity before marriage. I've heard like to an extent, a lot of like just sleeping around with random people definitely can like ruin future relationships in the way that you're not as loyal to each other.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some people that don't really agree. They're like, oh, you should probably get experience. You should sleep with people just to like know more yourself and you know get more experience. But on the other end of that, I just feel like it could lead to like more commitment issues in the future, things like
Yeah.
that. So
Do you think it has something to do with like soul ties? Just like
something deeper for sure.
like
I
if
feel
you
like
sleep with multiple people before you get with the person you married with, it
right,
might mess
it's like
with
something.
your marriage.
It's something deeper, right? That's gonna stick with you and the other person. I feel like in a way. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think the same thing. I think you just have to like. I think sex is something that you have to share with one person in particular. Like
Yeah.
if you do it with many people, then there's no like value to it. You know, just like you're getting attached to so many people. So
Yeah, it must be something like the only thing you want, and then you're not
Yeah.
gonna want to wait for
I've
marriage.
heard like an analogy of like tape. You know what I mean? Like when you use tape once, it's like super sticky, right? And it's like
Yeah.
two people, two sides, and then like say you just keep using it over and over again on like different people. Like you're the tape, right? And you try to get into that actual long-term relationship. At that point,
stick with it.
Exactly. You're just weak at that point.
Yeah.
You've
I like that. I like
you've
that.
stuck in so many times, like especially if you've had so many relationships. So I don't know, but
Yeah.
that's just me. I know everyone's different. So.
Yeah, I think that's a good example.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So, what do you think is important when choosing a spouse?
Man, I think, especially if you're having kids, like that's who you're gonna. That might be one of the most important decisions of your life. I feel like, in that sense, like, I guess it doesn't explain why, but I mean, there's really just no going back in that sense. I feel like it's a big responsibility that people don't take as serious that they should. Some people, but yeah, kind of my take on that.
Yeah.
More serious.
Do you have like any qualities that you're looking for, like someone?
Right now, not specifically. I'm not thinking too much about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I'm a bit young, but for
looking
for a serious partner, but
just have fun.
that kind of negates what I just said.
Yeah.
But
Alright.
Do you feel like marriage is worth it nowadays?
I'd say so. For like just general society, how people are nowadays, like promiscuity, social media, and everything.
So do you think like it's more of failed marriages than there is the ones that succeed?
Definitely gotta put in a lot of work nowadays.
Yeah.
Like
To stay
both
married.
ends. Both ends. It's to stay loyal in general.
Yeah.
In the modern time, it's just
It don't make sense to get married and then you get a divorce like 5 months after.
exactly. It's like I feel like it's different from like our grandparents or whatnot. Like
Yeah.
still married at like 80 and whatnot. So
Yeah, I don't think marriages nowadays is gonna last like 30, 40
it's
years.
different. It's
How
definitely
our
different.
ancestors
Right.
was.
Definitely agree.
And what do you think is the cause of that? Just
Really, like social media, just modern habits. It's so
Social
easy to
media.
compare. And just comparisons in general. Like,
oh yeah,
Yeah,
true.
I don't know. Everything's so quick now. Everyone just wants. It's so easy to get things as fast as you want. People have that expectation. I feel like you almost get bored with your. So I can't say because I've been in like a super wrong way. I can see that happening though. Like
Yeah. Then you can easily meet people on social media now
Exactly.
and cheat on there.
Oh yeah, true.
like they literally have what is it? Ashley Madison like websites designed for adultery and whatnot. So
Yeah.
it's yeah.
Yeah.
It's a different time for sure.
Okay. So are you for big weddings or like a small wedding?
Small. What was that?
A
Big
wedding?
weddings or small
Small
weddings?
Okay, I confirm that was the question. I'd say smaller.
Well,
Like courthouse wedding?
Wait, what was
what do
that?
you mean?
Courthouse wedding?
Courthouse, what it?
What's that?
So courthouse wedding. You have it in the courthouse instead of like having like a big one,
Oh,
all
sorry,
outside and stuff. It's like
I'm
more of a
completely
small wedding.
uncultured to weddings and whatnot. So, it would be smaller. I'd do something cool. I would do like something unique, something.
Like inside the church. Instead of like outside in a big field with a whole bunch of decorations.
Like something personal to me, you know what I mean? Like
Oh, yeah.
lifestyle,
Private?
whatever we're probably. Yeah.
Probably private.
Whatever we're both into, because like I said, if it's someone I really click with, which would be ideal, and we share a lot of the lifestyle qualities, it's something that is super unique to us. It's hard to give like an example. Like I've seen people get married like skydiving for like example, like in there. You know what I mean? Like not
That's
to that,
crazy.
not that extreme, but something cool like that. Not just basic.
Creative.
Right, because I'm not huge on marriage, I'm not gonna lie, but so if I were to do it, it'd be something really different, unique, that's kind of tying us. Maybe not legally, because I'm not like super big on that as well. I don't know if that's like a future question, but not trying to jump ahead. But yeah, something unique, something cool that just kind of ties us together, but isn't like a official legal marriage. In that
I know
sense.
like in some marriages, the woman takes over it without getting the
Right.
man's perspective on it, and I feel like that's not good.
Yeah.
Like, y'all both should have a say so in what y'all want.
Exactly, it's not as equal as it should be, I feel like,
Yeah.
as they make it out to be.
That's probably why the marriages don't last.
Right.
Yeah, and people like spend a lot of money on like making the party and stuff, and then they get divorced after that.
Yeah.
2 months later, divorce.
Yeah. Alright.
What would make you want to marry a woman?
It would, like I said, it would have to be we'd have to click perfectly. I feel like it wouldn't come like in a short time or short. It would be like, this is for sure the person I'm gonna be with for the rest of my life, and the only reason I'm doing that is just to like lock that down. No other reason. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be on a whim. That's it.
So they don't have to have like certain characteristics.
In that sense, no, I'm not looking for something like that. If they're on, I guess if they're bound to like a similar life trajectory, like I can tell that they're also like improving and doing everything.
You ready to settle down?
Exactly. It's not. It doesn't seem like we're gonna split at some point. Like you can. I mean, that's not the easiest to always predict, but
Yeah, like you could see a future with them.
exactly.
Kids, marriage, family, taking trips.
Yeah, and I feel like you can start to see that if you've been with someone long enough. I feel like.
Yeah.
But
How long do you think it would take? Like 6 months, a year?
I'm talking probably like 5 years at the minimum.
5 years to see if you want kids with someone?
Probably, yeah, minimum 5 years.
What do
I
you
could
think?
change, but yeah. What would you say?
I'll say pretty much close to that. Maybe
5
5
years?
Yeah.
Okay.
How about you?
No, I'm gonna go probably like 2 years. I feel like 5 is like kind of a lot.
Yeah.
Quality years though, like 2 quality years that you.
Yeah, it'll have to be 2 good years.
All right.
Mm.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. So, I have a question though. I don't know if you answer this one. It's like, what would you do if you were not doing like, photography, anything like that?
If I couldn't.
Photography?
Yeah, that's what you do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, what
Freelance.
would you do instead? Like,
If I literally couldn't, if there was no other.
like another field. Like,
Oh, my second choice was that. I really thought.
you know what I'm talking about?
Nursing, police
What?
officer.
Yeah, you were a police
Doctor.
officer in my movie, or you did a good job.
I
He
can't
was?
always.
Yeah, it was a
I can always
police
do
officer.
that. It'd be cool. Man, I'm not entirely sure. I
Firefighter.
probably should think about that to have a secondary option. I would say film, but that's not really fair. It's like
It's not fair.
I feel like that's not fair to answer and just say film. So
I mean, yeah, you can. I mean, it's up to you. Like, if you don't have anything in mind,
Without photography.
yeah.
be designing something. I mean, like architecture, designing games. I mean, I did a little bit of that when I was younger as well. So
So would you do like
Creative.
interior design?
I love things like that as well. So anything where I have a vision in my head that's being put into the real world, I feel like it's always the best jobs. And I feel like creativity in general for people is just. I feel like everyone's creative. It's just well, some people don't express it enough. But so
Yeah, I feel like that would be a good job. Second choice
Yeah. So what about you?
would be my second job. I don't even know.
Yeah.
but yeah, sorry, you don't think about it all.
I don't know what else
But it's
I
good to
have
think
a
about, for
passion
sure.
for.
It's good to think about. Just have a secondary thing in case.
Okay. Do you believe in women proposing to men? Why or why not?
Yeah, I think it should happen. I need a second actually. I didn't think about this one.
Why are you looking at me?
Because I'm
I
just
feel like-
waiting for you to say something.
I feel like it should be the man proposing to the woman.
Yes, that's the same.
I'm gonna say.
Well,
It took me a second to think about it, but definitely yeah.
I don't want to
Yeah.
see. I don't want to see no woman on the floor asking a man
Right. It
to
should
marry her.
it should be the gentleman's duty there.
Man, I don't know. I just feel like it. I mean, it can
Do
go
you want a
both
woman
ways.
on the floor proposing to you?
Actually, I don't
That's
want
what
it.
you want.
But I don't want that, but I say it's okay if she can do that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that.
It's okay, but like I feel like preferably
To a
Nah,
certain
the man.
extent.
Preferably the man should be.
Yeah.
It's okay. Like I'm not. You know what I mean. But
So let's say if the man is not like, he doesn't know how to do it, like, you know, Are you just gonna be waiting?
No, go show somebody else.
That point.
You don't wait on nobody. If that person don't see a future with you,
Right,
they don't want
right.
to marry you, why would you wait on them?
Maybe they're like trying to find a good way to do it, so like taking time. So you might help out, just do it.
I'm gonna keep her waiting. I don't know, because she at the same time she could just always be waiting.
How do you? What do you think makes a happy marriage?
I think like a healthy marriage would be like a happy
Just
a happy marriage. That's what I meant to say. Is a happy marriage. I feel like it's a healthy marriage. Just like it's something that you don't. It's not just one and done. You're constantly kind of working with each other. You're constantly
Yeah, on the same page.
right. It's a constant effort type thing. It's not you get the ring and that's it. You don't ever like
Yeah.
you don't ever work on your relationship again. I feel like it's a forever and always like working to better each other, better the relationship. You know what I mean? I get the exact words I want to explain it, but caring for that other person, showing attention. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, just you gotta always be a good husband. You gotta always be a good wife. I feel like
Yeah, I feel like
there's no end to that.
communication is like the number one thing.
Right.
It's like if anything happens, y'all should talk it out no matter what, and then don't tell other people your problems. Just talk it out with each other.
Exactly, and it kind of almost goes back to what you're saying with a lot of like modern relationships not lasting as long. I feel like they just don't put in as much work to make that last. Like they'll just go to their friends, it's like, oh, just get rid of them, just get a new guy. Like it's so easy. There's so many guys out there. They'll just jump. Like it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's not just on women too. I'm not trying to say it like that. It's
Yeah,
the guys
me
too.
too.
You know what I mean? It's both parties. So
Yeah, and then they'll put their social media problems on social media, and then it becomes the social media's
Exactly.
problem. And then
it becomes the norm almost. Like
Yeah,
people come to
then-
expect that.
It's like strangers in their business as well.
Yeah,
It's just not good look. What do you think?
I agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on same-sex marriage?
It's okay. Completely okay.
You think it's good?
I mean, never against anything homosexual or lesbian, either side. Like some people are for religious reasons or political reasons, but I've never been too much to get angry about that. People want to do what they want to do,
Yeah,
It's
I
awesome.
think whatever makes you happy,
Yeah, right.
do it.
100%.
Yeah, also depends on like what your morals and values, So that's different from different people have like different values. So
Yeah. Do you think
Yeah.
that people are born gay? They can't help it?
To an extent, I think it can be taught 100% too.
Yeah,
I feel like it can definitely over time, like, you kind of get into a weird subject, but even like the type of, like if you're watching too much of a certain type of porn, like that can
Yeah.
almost push you over that.
Oh yeah.
That's a whole
I'm
different
trying
topic, but 100% it can be taught. I feel like it can be taught.
oh yeah,
So
Yeah, and it's like they're putting it in the kids' shows, like they're trying to teach
definitely,
them to
it's
be gay.
it's
I
all
like,
subconscious, like as you grow up, So
I feel like
definitely
they should
taught.
just let them figure it out on their own instead of forcing it on them.
right, even like nowadays, I feel like it's a lot more pushed.
Yeah.
Like kids come out. I don't stay super up to date, but I have heard like kids as young as like 4 or 5 years old being pushed to like do gender swaps and everything. It's like what the
Yeah, wearing dresses, pink,
right?
purple
Just
clothes.
like you're not even old enough to know yet. I feel like so.
Yeah.
Really, what you want to do?
Probably the parents.
Right.
Especially if they have two gay parents, they're going to try to
It could be. Yeah.
force it onto them.
That's taught at that point. I feel like maybe. Yeah. Taught and
Inherited.
right inherited.
Mhm.
Nurture versus nature, whatever. So,
Yeah. How do you establish discipline in your work?
that's like a constant battle as well. You need some sort of accountability systems. I feel like being accountable for yourself is a lot harder if when you have a boss
Sure.
type thing.
Yeah, that's all.
It's easier for them to just get a text, like you gotta come into work today. You have a
Yeah.
hourly time to show up, and you're just kind of gonna show up. But when it's all on you, you really have to set that accountability for yourself. You have to set your own standards. And
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't really see the consequences like of you not doing it,
100%.
Because if you have a boss, like if I don't do my job, I'm gonna get fired. But if it's just you don't like see the.
It's not.
Yeah,
You might not
I
come
can't,
immediately.
I'm not gonna
100%.
fire myself.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean,
so
I can do it
You gotta
tomorrow,
push.
but-
You gotta muster up the motivation.
Yeah, I feel
so,
like when you
more.
work for yourself, work with yourself, you tend to procrastinate more.
You almost have to be your own boss, right?
Yes,
A lot of
yes.
times. So.
Push yourself. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
What is your definition of discipline?
Should I just say staying accountable for yourself, doing what you said you would do. It's pretty much sticking to your word. At that point, so you say you're going to do something. You know, you trust yourself. I feel like as a disciplined person, you say, you know, I'm going to do something hard tomorrow or the next day, or you're going to get it done. It's not like a.
Yeah. So say if you wake up and you be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go work out 6 o'clock in the morning, but you don't. What should you do about that? Like should
You set the goal for the next day, but when you wake up,
and
that
then
day,
make yourself do it the next day. If you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it.
in the morning, like awake, like
Yes.
a fresh air. I'm gonna say the easiest way for me is to hop in like a cold shower, but a lot of people don't. Like,
Cold shower.
yeah, that'll definitely shock you in the morning, get you like on the right track. But like,
Okay.
morning's hard. Morning's definitely hard to get rolling. I feel that for a lot of people.
I have to probably play some music to get me going. And
Yeah,
get
get
up.
some sort of energy.
Yeah, get you a boost of energy.
Yeah.
What do you do to get you a boost of energy?
Yeah, I've already seen music, you know, like there's certain type of music that I listen to that just get you in the mood, you know. Yeah, mostly that.
Getting some momentum for sure. Just anything that gets you going. Start light. If you have something like really big to tackle, just say I'm gonna do this for 5 minutes, and then you'll probably just get the momentum and do all of it. So
Yeah,
that's
like-
something that's worked for me.
and also like thinking of the result, like the end result of what you're doing, so they can like motivate you, like, oh, I want to see how it's gonna look like. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah,
Something
just
you-
keep working on it.
Kind of forget why you were motivated in the first place and think about like what you're working towards.
Yeah,
Okay. It's your turn.
yeah. I say like if you have children, like I don't know if you want to have children, but if you do, like how would you like discipline them?
You go give them a whooping.
No, it's man. I would need the discipline first, which is something I obviously with getting older, working out. Like I need to be very disciplined with myself. Like I said, need to trust my word and everything. Being a leader in that sense, you need to be disciplined. I feel like to be a leader.
Yeah.
Like, you need to. I feel like taking on children is like probably one of the biggest leadership tasks you could really take on in your life. So.
But that's just like,
Be a good role model would be my best. Like,
Yeah.
I need to lead by example. Sorry.
what is it called? Gentle parenting.
Yeah,
I heard of that.
You never heard of gentle parenting?
or is it like just talking to a kid?
Yeah, instead of whooping their butt.
I don't need to go to that.
You just talk to them and you know try to
Probably a
talk it
mix
out with them.
of that with just,
Whooping their butts.
no, just
I think at some point you have to, I don't know.
Power or something.
What? No, I just think like at some point you have to get to the where you have to like
you gotta be stern for sure.
whoop them, you know. But like for like a very good reason, like
But don't just whoop them because they spilled something.
yeah, like
Whoop them
breaking
for
a
like
glass.
a big major
Yeah, that-
reason.
that's
Right.
what I'm
I will
saying.
say there's a lot of like softness going. Like obviously, like you say, you're not just gonna beat them for like that's just abuse at that point. You're a straight
Yeah.
parent, but there is like a lot of softness where I feel like any discipline at all is too far. You're being too hard on them. I mean, this is like in schools. I feel like it's that way.
Yeah.
So a little bit of harsh discipline, tough love, and just leading by example. I feel like would be the best.
Some gentle too.
Definitely, you want them to
Like
respect
just
you.
have like a little talk with them. And then like not yelling at them. Like talking to them at like an inside
Sorry.
voice.
Yeah.
Cause I think when you yell at a kid, that's like hurting their feelings. And they
It's
start
yeah,
crying.
definitely like some traumatic. Like you don't want to traumatize them that way.
Yeah.
When they're super young too. Like I said, that could be a lot of, like I said, discipline for yourself because a lot of parents just lash out. They don't have that level of control where you know their kids piss them off to the point where they traumatize them just because they didn't have the control to be a good parent and properly discipline them. So
So do you think like the discipline just changed when they get older, like versus a toddler and a teenager?
So definitely for the parenting or for them? I feel
For
like
the
parenting,
parenting.
yeah, definitely completely different parenting. I feel like at that point you want to be more of a friend, but not like still a role model, but not.
Because do you think like they'd be too old for whooping?
I feel like, especially if they're like, if I'm getting really like older too, and they're like a lot stronger than me at that point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like you're 50 years old with a 17-year-old.
So you have to start when they are
Everybody
young.
don't want to hit them.
Yeah, if you're like
Yeah.
60, I don't know.
No, you
But
start when they are
definitely-
young. You just like beat them good when they are.
Okay, so you can tell them a bit about your photography.
Not sure where to start. I don't know if I do like a plug or like
Like,
ad.
what like you can start like with your portfolio website.
Yeah, you want to check out my portfolio at alekshinners. Or is it slash? I think it's so no space. alekshinners.myportfolio.com. If you want to go check out some photography, get in contact with me, hit me up my email, anything like that.
So
Really, any sort of photography you want. For we got events, cars, and I've done products. I like the creative stuff the most.
Yeah.
With like sort of abstract, shoot whatever, but it's always fun to make extra money in the side gigs and just work with new people.
So are you currently booking?
Oh, of course, always
Okay, so they can book with you through your portfolio website.
through the website. I would say through email is the easiest way, or DM me on Instagram. Really, and he said, "Well, I think my number's on there too." Any way to contact, just get in with me, and we'll get you right on pictures or videos as well. I do a little bit of event coverage. Is mainly what I've done for videography. So
Okay, so photographer, videography.
that's what I'm maining right now. I would say I want to do a little bit of design work, a little bit of editing. There's photos I need edited. Get on that as well. So.
Yeah, so like would you edit photos that you didn't shoot?
Exactly, I've done a lot of that. A lot of retouching, Photoshop, anything of that nature.
Do you have like a YouTube channel?
I do. There's some goofy old projects. Now, all my videos are just outlandish, sort of creative stuff. It was just in my mind. I just want to make it. So there's some old stuff on there as well. Should be definitely a bunch of new projects to come in the future. So if you want to subscribe there as well, that'd be much appreciated.
What is the YouTube channel name?
Should be just Alek. I think it's just Alek, all caps. Oh no, they did YouTube handles now. I remember. So Alek Shinners, no space. Same thing as the portfolio, just Alek Shinners.
Okay. And then what about your Instagram?
It's gonna be Alex Inno, like innovations, no space.
Okay.
So just ALEKSINNO to Instagram, and then everything should just be linked together with the portfolio. So if you make your way there, it's pretty much easy to find everything from there.
We will make it easier for them. We'll put it in the description box below.
Awesome, appreciate that.
Okay.
Alright.
This is the end of this podcast. Thank you for watching.